Hello, Bates. Yeah, I am very late to the party since I'm working on the top 10 list and, other situations. And, apologize for not catching up on that. So, hope everyone enjoyed this video. G'day, mates. It's I, Sharaf, and this is my brother, Tyvolution.
Hello there.
And today we do a commentary video on Ask Air video, which is questionable. And I say that because he called Hazel from Very Odd Parents A New Wish is gender and race swap version of Timmy Turner. And if you don't watch Manga Comment or Cartoonshi video, yeah, you may know how ridiculous that is when these two YouTubers point out that Hazel isn't Timmy Turner, mates.
We also have to talk about other things that he did in his video, which we gotta address it. But for now,
Let's get to work!
Got that, Eggman.
So the other day I had an epiphany. I was scrolling mindlessly through my phone as one does, and I came across this monstrosity, the Fairly Odd Parents reboot, and it was just as bad as I expected it to be.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Well, that was a pointless cutscene.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that in this game.
See what I mean, mates? He literally called Hazel as Timmy Turner despite the fact that if anyone watched the show or seen the clip on YouTube, namely Mr. Carter mentioned the kid who wore the pink clothes when he saw Hazel, who returned with a new look and name, because apparently that means homophobic word, by British people, even though that's another way to say suddenly disappeared. Thanks a lot, you fancy-ass yank.
Okay, moving on. We also had John von Strongel reappeared in an older look. AJ, who is
a character who would make Kingpin run for his money.
A character in the background who looks similar to Timmy Turner and debunked the Hazel is Timmy Turner theory made by grifters that whine about it. Yeah, it is weird to see that too, but you get the point.
Mindless drivel plot lines, flashy art style, and an overt unfaithfulness to the source material.
Except Very Odd Parents' New Wish is following the source of the material, which we already explained. It's you who didn't watch the New Wish to the show, which is flashy as reverse realm. Oh, and speak of flashy.
And I realized, these phenomena are not unique to the Fairly Odd Parents. Mindless drivel plot lines, flashy art style.
I hope you said that with the full expectation nobody would laugh. Aye, that was pretty lame.
While complaining about Very Odd Parents' New Wish about flashy art style, and pull a Very Odd Parents image to contradict yourself, like, what gives, man? What gives?
And people say that Generation 4 sequel is a bad because of the way Netflix did to Twilight Sparkle and her brother's design.
These symptoms carry on to many remakes and reboots that have sprouted from Hollywood in the last few years, whether it's animated or live action, movie or TV show. And if this were just a one-off thing in media, I probably wouldn't be making this video, but this is a repeated
Wait, hold on. Did you seriously just call Ghostbusters Afterlife a sequel of Ghostbusters 2 as a reboot?
I can't believe you just did that!
It was originally the Fairly Odd Parents Trash Reboot #1 that inspired me to make this video, but now they went and made another one. And when it's animated, that's where I draw the line. I'm old enough to remember back in Yale 2016 when everyone was trashing the new reboot at the time, Teen Titans Go.
Did you mean the same show that people milking on it since 2016 and ended in 2020s where people realized it was charged for them to think that show is ruined a childhood. That one.
Then it was the Powerpuff Girls, Ben 10 reboot, Rise of TMNT.
Wait, back up. Rise of a TNT show that people talk about positive is negative? The heck?
The list goes on. No one really respects reboots as an inherent property, especially in the manner that they're handled in our modern era.
And there he is, mate. The scene where he admitted that he doesn't know what the word reboot means. Deja vu, anyone?
It's almost a safe opinion these days to say, ooh, Hollywood unoriginal, Hollywood bad. But when you take a deeper look at it, you realize it's not just about the unoriginality. These Disney reboots do more than just rip off the original for monetary gain. No. They actively disrespect the source material while they do it.
Oh, for the love of ground on, give me strength. Why ain't every YouTuber of these days are wanting up about trailers, including a film that doesn't come out yet? Like, what the heck?
Oh, aye. This is more like the clickbait for haters than anything else. This is a waste of voice acting, mate. Oh, and speak of which...
I can't approve of any of this, but that is entirely accurate.
Have to warp the brand to their liking, whether it's for monetary, social, or storytelling purposes, if you really want to give them that credit.
This Teen Titans Go syndrome has only gotten worse nowadays, because instead of just telling unfunny stories, modern reboots, especially in the animated realm, aim to purposely disrespect the original vision. Starting off with the fact that the original creators don't want this kind of stuff, almost ever. We've all heard of how Stephen Hill
And we gotta stop right there because you are using the Twitter post of Nickelodeon's former employee who missed the discussion union where Steven admitted that he wants SpongeBob spin-off series.
Yeah, and we gotta put the link of someone post who actually knows Steven wants. Hey mates, while I'm making a description for the video I'm making and try to find Mr. Waller's tweet on Twitter, I discovered that Mr. Waller deleted it and, well, archived it, but I couldn't find where it is. I learned about that because Cartoonshi mentioned that, and so I gotta link Sheen's video instead of Mr. Waller.
A reboot is properly won by the creators, it usually does quite well, actually delivers true to the vision. But when it doesn't, it's just a floundering attempt to show it was good and unique and cash in on someone else's creation. Let's get a bright, saturated animation to the point where kids get a corneal ulcer. Why not? Kids like colors, right?
I feel like everything I'm saying only relates to reboots post-2010, because prior to that, most reiterations weren't like this. Most were better than the originals, and actually kept gritty tones with cool brooding art styles.
You know, this is the part where I usually go skip this scene, but while I check his channel, mostly try to find his unlisted video, but then I found a Ben 10 recap video, and I found this scene.
Unlock Wait Big, Ben's most powerful transformation yet. After that, Ben and Gwen return to school and live quiet lives for a few more years. After 5 years, Ben has removed the Omnitrix and continues to live a normal life.
And as someone who actually grew up with the Ben 10 series since 2006, I'm not happy, not
happy. Now that was just sad.
Now it's just a rainbow contest to see which show is brighter than the rest. Maybe that'll keep the kiddies in their seats a little longer. Let's make all the characters splendorized and dumb while we're at it. It's connect to dumb people more, right? Also gives us a cheap way of actually creating humor. Stupid people are funny.
That's what people say about your video, mate.
Modern reboots just go back to square one while ignoring all the story arcs that preceded them.
No shit, Sherlock.
A cheap looking animation style and much shallower character. And they expect folks to be all on board and excited when they announce one.
Don't forget to force memes and trends, disgusting imagery, and weird detailed faces.
Okay, that we can agree on. How are these things supposed to be funny?
Same with me, brother. Including the one in the blower so ugly that I don't think he's funny.
I am here! Coming to the door like a hero!
Okay, I know things actually make me laugh in a easy way. That's a pretty good one.
You can't just say you're delivering something new for the current generation while abandoning the people who made your franchise what it is by watching all those years ago. Don't ruin our childhoods for your own creative laziness.
Famous last word before anyone on YouTube and Twitter call you out for being lying. Find someone who actually watched the show that you complain about. like these lots and ladies does, where people exposed to Ringer for making his review videos. And as you can say, he do less on review and more rage-based window talking point videos. No, seriously, this is more like a window talking than critical drinker.
Just makes you ask, why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? What you do with your brain has a direct correlation to where you're going to spend eternity.
Not to mention how they unnecessarily have to, all of a sudden, change everything about the show.
Well, time to address this lunatic that he unleashed.
Gamers who grew up with Sonic have waited a long time for a true update to those classic games that were so fast and intense. And frankly, they're gonna keep waiting.
Hate to break it to you, sir, but Sonic and the Black Knight is a spin-off. It isn't a direct follow-up to the classic games, and therefore it doesn't have to be exactly like them.
I mean, no one wants to talk about it, but the current bandwagon is the whole race swapping thing they'll have to do with animated characters.
Oh, Alchemist prime this scene. Why the hell on YouTube think that race swapping is a bad thing? Despite the fact these are fictional characters, and complain about race swap is irrelevant. That is make Pokemon Sword and Shield story writing look good. Besides, it's not just character design we should judge on, it's character writing we should judge by. That is what reviewer should do. Also, why the heck you put Miss Martian and Starfire on the list? Are those aliens from another world, which one of them had a shape-shifting ability?
Yeah, it's almost like aliens from another world doesn't look like us, and their culture is different, and wait, hold on. Is that Daphne? What the heck is she doing here? Last time I check, she doesn't have gender or race swapped in the films. What the heck?
Yeah, either add randomly Google search image for races and sexes, or he's a Phantom Strider fanboy who tried to copy what he does since he hates Scooby-Doo. If it's a former, yeah, boy, that's absolutely horrendous. But it's involved with a latter one. If that ain't the case, then I respond as this.
This is why I hate fanboys!
April O'Neil, Timmy Turner, Velma, etc. Timmy Turner.
So unwise.
And as we pointed out before, this is not Timmy Turner, this is Hazel. End of discussion.
Then there's the whole voice actress thing. Remember when Hank Azaria was shamelessly ousted from playing Apu in The Simpsons because he wasn't the race of the character? Because I do. It's almost like actors are supposed to portray things that they're not. Here's another shocker. This guy is actually—
So shut up, bitch!
Okay, why in the world you change from critical drinker talk to the Birdman talk like that? Unless you try to defend or prove on false allegation, then why the heck did you not separate the video, mate? What the heck? That would make sense. Unlike Simple Week, who did my bro badly by Miss Trumpstead and didn't be able to do it.
Brother, please don't do like said Magenta did when he returns.
You're right. Let's move on.
everything is racial. That's the only thing I can see when watching. I never saw Blade as a black character, or Cyborg, or Gerald as Static Shock. A lot of my favorite characters are people of various ethnicities and racial tone.
Alright, where we begin with this? First off, you know seeing these characters as black. You do realize that when people say something like that, that means they are racist. Including the fact that Teen Titans Show, where Cyborg is in the episode, where Cyborg feels sorry for Starfire being in the same boat where Cyborg Organic Side had to deal with as well.
Second of all, I never seen Static Shock black. Excuse me, but virtual superhero name is called Static, not Static Shock. Static Shock is the name of the show, which really make you look bad when you call a superhero name. which Uncle Berman would not be pleased about that. Speak of Uncle Ruckus is your favorite character.
People think I'm a shit talker, but this guy? Next level.
And finally, Mr. Krabs. Yeah, I don't think we need to explain why, brother.
Yeah, we moving on from Cheapskate King himself before something else worse happened.
I mean, for the diversity folks, there must be a point where this hurts the cause more than it helps it.
You did not have to do that. You knew you did not have to do that. How could you have done that? Can you live with yourself? For God's sake, you're a bunch of f***ing degenerates.
Oh Lord Arceus, this scene. Not only this scene make anyone on the internet frustrated about it, but also put my brother in a coma, and put in therapy with Professor Hypno to help him out with that. But you know what is much worse than that? When I tried to find a Family Guy scene to poke Jad at this guy for that, I regrettably found this.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh no, you didn't!
Yeah, it made me feel uneasy when YouTube let these slide, while big that Peppy the Frog meme is a hate crime than a 1940s symbol Steam have. Thanks a lot, Don't Trumpet.
Studio executives demand a reboot of it for ratings and completely change the original character into something just to appeal to the bandwagon. Live action, you could claim that the actor's audition and skill level determined to guess the role. Now, let's be fair, that's totally different with an animated character made of pixels.
Well, even that's under question these days when the new Snow White or Ariel can't even sing but are preferred over tons of other actors. I don't know, am I crazy?
Well, when you come out and say it like that, it just sounds really, really stupid. Oh, wait. That's because it is!
First off, Snow White film trailer doesn't come out yet, right? Thanks a lot, Peter Plantpot. So you don't know how she sound like. And second of all, Ariel voice actor can't even sing? Are you sure you watched the Little Mermaid film? Because this may imply that you didn't watch it. Again.
When a character is good, race shouldn't matter.
You can't be serious.
Did Air seriously just pull a hypocrite card and not realize it?
Yep, it did. In fact, this is the same level as Cycles Red contradicted himself by saying he won't use the remake to debunk Charified Generation 1 video. And a few minutes later, he just did that at the joke sin.
Okay, so I can understand the logic of the game here, especially for kids who are more willing to explore in games, but to my knowledge, there's not a single indication that I ever have to go to the Pokemart in Viridian City. Oak doesn't tell me to pick up a parcel for him, I just have to wander in there myself.
And plus, even in the Fire Red version, Oak tells you where to go, though. Yeah, you're right. Later.
Red, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Red.
Damn, it feels so good to be a gangster.
You were saying?
Wow! Just wow! And you wonder why you're single?
Things like the Lion King remake piss me off because they clearly capitalized on this and it worked by turning one of the greatest animated films in the 90s into a National Geographic documentary with the occasional reminder that it is in fact a Lion King reboot.
Okay, that's we can actually agree on. I mean, really, the way Lion King remake CGI design looks, they don't look expressive, like, what the heck? Compare that to Detective Pikachu and Sonic the Hedgehog movies, where they have more expression. Yeah, I think Disney just lost their pride to Paramount and Warner Bros.
Yep, and a good thing too, since Disney now stopped making live-action movies remake, after making Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remakes. Because if they do that to Anastasia film, or Atlantis the Lost Empire,
as much. I don't think Rob Minkoff and Roger Ellis crafted the 94 masterpiece with their own hands. Just expected to get a live-action CG remake when it's pretty much 100% animation, or portraying real animals for some reason. But it's also stupid.
Anyway, can't wait to see a Sonic Shocker. Sonic Spawn movie. And while they're at it, it wouldn't hurt to race swap one more movie, would it? When a character is good, race shouldn't matter.
You disgust me!
Me, Sheriff, don't think we had to explain the reason why this scene is bad.
Nope, we don't. Final conclusion? Oh, Lord Groundon, this video is baloney. I think this is less on review and more likely a joke video that went too far. And when people call him out, his behavior, and try to damage control, which backfire on him.
Yeah, that's just prime. Look, I understood that you tried to make some jokes and follow races some bit, but there is a fine line difference between hee funny joke and, well, harsh humor that put people off and call it out. If you're watching this, please be careful what you're doing with your jokes. Otherwise, bad things will happen to you in the future. And with that, this video is ranked E. Oh, Primus, that was a headache. And I didn't finish my avatar redesign yet.
Well, there's a Picsart app that you use. The one that you use to make the Photoshop and thumbnails for your video. Maybe that could pick up the pace before you finish it.
That might be true. But at a time, brother, we will see.